There's one more tradition, Miles, that we
Yeah,
typically have
we got to
established
do it.
here with the podcast.
This is our white elephant. Wait,
Uh,
no, not white elephant.
Essentially, but we do have a gift exchange, Miles. We had an opportunity earlier this week to meet up for a little bit. We exchanged gifts. Do you have mine? Do you have it with you?
Yeah, actually, I've got your. We'll do our Christmas gift exchange right now. I've got mine.
Yeah. Okay, so there it is. You've got it.
I
Okay,
love the
so
fact that you were too lazy to put the OM and from.
well, it's TO, it's two letters, and FR. Well, yeah.
It's okay. You ran out of space. It's
I
okay.
ran out of space. Yeah, yeah.
But I will say though that this is legitimately good size. I hope it's not all air packets, but yeah. So
I don't think it is. Yeah, I did wrap it. I did put a lot of care into that wrapping, even though I know it's gonna go to trash. It's all good.
no, it's just all right. I'll. You want me to start? Okay, who goes first? You want a Rochambeau?
Ooh, ooh. Okay. Two out of
Okay.
three. What are we doing? What are we
Now
doing?
we're just doing a single one, baby.
Okay.
Rochambeau.
All right. On
Th-
three or one, two, three, shoot. What are we
One, two,
doing?
three, shoot.
One, two,
Ah,
three,
damn it.
shoot.
Okay, let's do it. Damn time
Okay.
delay. One,
One,
two,
two, three,
three, shoot.
shoot.
You son of a bitch. You
Ah.
saw it and the delay worked in your favor. All right,
Nah,
so
whatever.
I'll
You
go
first. You
I go
first.
first. Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, let's open up
Go
Mike's
for it, man.
big massive. This is like those unboxing videos on YouTube that people who have like 4 billion subscribers. Then we'll get a jump here. All right, let's go for it. Meow meow meow. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. All right. Got my trusty blade. Let's make this happen. It's not delay. Oh. Meow. Meow.
Yeah.
And meow. There's not a cat in this, is it? That's because I'm
No.
cutting away at the. There's not an animal in here that I'm stabbing.
Did you draw blood? Yeah,
I
yeah,
did
yeah.
draw blood. All
So I
right.
got a few. I got a few
Oh,
in the box
Jesus.
there.
There is a
Yeah.
few in here. All right. Okay. I think I took all the guts out. All right.
Okay.
Guts. Guts, you're gone.
I got a story for each one, so you go
Okay.
ahead.
I'm going to start
Pick one.
with. I'll save the last one. I'm going to start with the t shirt first.
Okay. Again,
All right.
random.
And what am I looking at?
All right. So you got a Sasquatch with a coffee and a typical hipster Sasquatch. So
All right. You're making
what?
fun of my hips. I will say that's a pretty baller Sasquatch, by the way.
That's the thing.
So,
So one of the things that I do is that throughout the year, if I go out somewhere and I see something that hey, maybe we're getting close to Christmas. Maybe I want to say I picked it up in July or August, but I saw it and I was like, that seems like a Miles thing. And
I'm
I
pretty.
want to say it's Oregon or Washington. It's from
That
Washington.
is a. Let me see here. Where am I parting from? Leavenworth, Washington. It's hip to be Squatch.
There you go. So I saw that though, and I was like, that's a Miles shirt. So you know what? I'm gonna grab it.
I
And
am pretty.
there you go.
Even though I don't. I mean, it was always kind of like this. I guess I'm hipster.
You don't have
Maybe.
the man bun anymore, but you are hipster for
I
sure.
do miss my man bun. I wish I would
Do
never
you?
cut it. One of these days. I don't know. I just liked it. It was simplistic. You could just tie your hair back, and then like you're working on cars, you just bam, 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 and you party. You know, and that was the ease of it. It's weird that I live my life so much of as a car
Yeah. What do
mechanic.
you got next? Which one are you doing next?
The bag.
The bag. Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Let me see here.
This
Hold
is more of
please.
the
That's weird. It's a weird shape. What could that be?
this is the gag gift for sure, man. Do you dare?
Uh, hold on. Let's fix this. Hold on. Where's this go?
I know you like fine wine and cheeses.
There you go,
Do you
Mike.
serve
Is that weird? That's weird. I'm not
I
gonna put
know
it towards me. So
do
I think
you?
it's you, dude.
Do
Like,
you
hold on.
really?
Let me
Yeah.
fix that. There you
Mm.
go. Oh my god.
What are the odds that you have the nice background picture to go with that too?
What
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the? You know what's funny is
Oh,
this
yeah.
wasn't. This wasn't. This is completely unintentional. That's the weird part. But hold on. Where does it
Yeah,
go?
just coincidence for sure. So I
Jeez, Mike. I'm gonna have to.
aren't you one to host house parties and do a
Yeah,
little
I guess I don't host those kind of house parties, but yeah.
is it
There you go,
fishbowl
Mike.
parties? Do you
If
don't do
that made you
fishbowl
feel good
parties?
about yourself, Merry Christmas. Yeah.
You can
But
serve
yes,
your cheese and crackers on that
I
one, man,
will
for sure.
cherish this forever.
It'll be fun.
Right?
It'll go to somebody else in a couple years. I know it will.
It smells.
You smell my wood, bro?
smells like a rich mahogany. So, all right,
But
and the
you always got to
last,
include the one gag gift for sure. So
you
that was fun.
gotta, you gotta. And
Hmm.
what is your penis shape budget, like product purchase
Budget?
budget per year? If you let's
Per year.
analyze that. So, what's your
It
penis
fluctuates.
product?
Peanut.
Is there a
Well,
budget? Like, do you have to?
because you got calendars, you've got cheese boards, as you've seen. Okay, yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
um,
last one. I'm not
l-
looking at it.
last one. Okay,
Dude, you found it?
so again, it's small world because we were just talking. I don't know when
Hell
we did
yeah.
this, but you mentioned it, and I was like, little
I've
thing
been
went into my
looking
head.
for this stupid movie
Yeah.
for like, I don't know, probably 6 months. And it's a legitimately good, like, I love apocalypse car movies, like Mad
Hmm.
Max. I'm a huge freaking nerd. And this is like a little unknown movie that people aren't like about.
Yeah.
It didn't do well, but it's awesome. Like it's just a freaking badass flick. Like I love it. Oh,
Well, that
dude,
was the thing.
yeah.
So yeah, you mentioned it, and I was like, you know what, little memory. I kept put a little pin in it, and I was like, you know what, Christmas time comes around, I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna grab it. So sure enough, I got lucky, found it, and what? Tell me again, what is it about the movie that you like so much? I haven't seen it. That's the thing.
Well, and we'll watch it.
Well,
I'll
we guess
bring
we're
it over
gonna
to your
watch it.
house and
Yeah.
we'll watch it. And it's basically like a post-apocalyptic like existence, but there's a city and then people have to go. It's kind of like there's a massive wall. Like kind of Judge Dredd rules. Like
Okay.
uh, like there's a whole outside wasteland, if you will, and then
Okay.
the wasteland community operates on these like Mad Maxy kind of cars. And
Hmm.
so this girl, from what I remember, it's been like years since I saw it. The hotness chick, which I think is the super hot chick from
Kate Beckinsale. Oh.
Ooh. So Kate
Ah, okay.
Beckinsale has to travel into the wasteland for blah, and then she has to make it back with the blah, whatever that was,
Okay.
and they're just all kind of chipping away at her to make it back into the walls. That's it. That's it.
Ah.
It's kind of. Is it like the new Mad Max?
Well,
Maybe. But
nah.
either way,
Right.
I own the freaking movie. I'm gonna watch it. So that's it. All right.
There
But
you go,
dude,
man.
super baller gift. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost as good
It's
as
almost.
it's almost as good as this. Out of the two, I'm gonna say I'm gonna raise a glass for this one. But
All
yes,
right. All
the
right.
Sasquatch shirt is gonna go
Oh,
into full commitment. So yeah.
w-
All right.
where? Yeah. I knew you were painting your house soon, so I knew you needed a shirt.
Yeah.
That's what.
Well, I had to. So dude, that's baller. By the way, good job. On your gifts. All right. So for all my Nissan nerd people that are out there, um, I'm gonna drop a lot of knowledge on you,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna nerd out on some of my journalism stuff because I'm giving you some like cool stuff, and
Okay.
I'm paying attention. All right. So grab my bag.
I'm gonna grab it. It's actually behind the curtain. I forgot to grab it. Give me
Oh,
2 seconds
damn
here.
it.
Hold
All
on. Hold on.
right.
Hold on. Hold on.
Don't tell him I was playing with this penis. Let's see here. I'm gonna hold on. Okay, nothing happened. All right. Oh,
Okay. Okay.
go
So
on.
I've got a bag here. It is
Hey,
yeah. Which one first here?
I
Now
would
take a look.
say let's go with the big, gigantic, obtrusive white one. And I didn't wrap it a lot of your stuff because that one's impossible to wrap.
Okay.
I
Okay.
pull it out.
So I'm gonna put the
Yes.
bag down. We're gonna open up this one here first.
All right.
Okay.
And that one is super old. Like
Okay. It's opening up in half. You got some tape here.
I would just cut the tape. Like that's right there, and it'll come out.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm surprised I had it, man. I got my nice little blade here.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna cut himself.
Oh, oh, I sprung a leak.
Oh, it's
I
an
sprung a
artery.
leak.
It's it. Called
Oh,
death.
here comes the pain part. Yeah, got it. Okay, ready? Opening up here. Man.
Dude,
Okay. Okay, tell me about this. I love this already. Now, again,
You
you
should
know
love
that I'm a
this. You're
basketball
the only
fan.
person in San Antonio with it. All right.
Okay,
So
so yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let's say this. Of course, for those who don't know, we're out of San Antonio. San Antonio has a basketball team for many years, of which in the last 20 years we've won five since '99. So
Yeah.
in the last 25 years, this team has won five championships, which was my adolescence, my college years, my
Yes.
formative years. So this is a deep thing to my. I remember these. I remember those victories and being a big basketball
Don't
fan.
start crying. Jesus.
Okay, champs again. So is this from 2000? It is 2003. So Spurs champs again 2003.
Okay. Do you know what
Okay,
that is?
no. So it's a piece of tin and
No.
it's one color.
So so those so I used to work at the Express News for
Hmm.
a good time, and I
Local.
worked there during a lot of the championship time period at that time.
Okay.
So when the massive machines that print the newspaper, they use stamps, and that's how they print the newspaper, and then they fold it over like that. That is
Uh,
actually one of the stamps that was used in the Nissan News presses. They're
the
massive.
presses.
So they gave employees that work there the opportunity to buy reproductions of the stamp, and there was only and I'm not kidding, there was only a very limited number of those, and
Yeah.
they only went to us Nissan employees, to us San Antonio Express News employees, so we had the opportunity to get one. So I've held on to that. It's never seen
It's,
oxygen
it's
since
20 years old.
it's 20 years old. It's been sitting in my office for
Wow.
20 years in the corner. I'm a huge. I'm not the hugest San Antonio. If you're anything in San Antonio, you're just a Spurs fan, and that's just it. Like, but I'm not the hugest basketball fan. And but I was like, I remember you were always like so nerdy about the Spurs,
Oh
and I
yeah.
just but I knew I had this in the back
Yeah.
of my closet, and I don't think you understood of how limited and how rare.
Yeah.
I'm sure I just gave you like a crazy eBay sell item, but I'm sure it's like worth a lot of money. Probably,
Oh man,
you
I'm
know.
gonna frame
But
this, man.
but
Like
the
it's
thing is,
being this is
but that
connecting to my
is
youth. You know.
I know,
Yeah.
but you're like, and I have tons of like Spurs friends that are Spurs friends that are Spurs fans.
Yeah.
But I was like, I knew that you are like a super fan, and I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? You've been a really good friend for the last few years, and regardless of how much you make me work on all your stuff, you've just been a really good friend, and
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know that I really appreciated everything that
Oh,
we've done together, from doing massive car shows like creating and starting Nismo Fiesta, and doing Z-Cons together, and Nissan
yeah.
Nerd Podcast. I wanted you to have the something that I knew you couldn't get anywhere else. So that is the limited, one time only. You're not going to find that anywhere else. So
Wow.
yeah, dude.
Dude,
Well, keep going.
thank
There's
you.
more. So put
Did
that
you have any
down. You
did you
can
bring any
cry about that
napkin
one
yeah,
later.
yeah, you bring any tissues with this too, man? Shoot.
You can sleep with that tonight. There's more.
It
So this is where the
yeah,
Z nerddom
thank you.
kind of comes in.
Okay, so now we're going neat so
Now
we
this
got
is
through
your personal. This is it was just because it's so obtrusive and big.
okay.
Now let's go to in there. There's a white little baggie. And this is weird. I guess yeah, it's weird.
White
All right.
baggie.
There's no
Oh no.
product in it. There's no street product.
Well, I don't want it then. That's right. No, I'm just joking.
A little white baggie, but just it's a little bit more
White.
for Santa, a little bit more for the reindeer. If you don't, yeah, pull up the baggie.
Okay, okay.
All right. So I know you're trying to get your right-hand drive 300ZX up and about.
Yeah.
This is the rarest sticker from the 90s that I think you can get. So I met um
Mhm.
yeah. So that's an inside window sticker that was only given out at the dealerships when the 300ZX came out in 1990. So these were a very limited run
Whoa.
of stickers that came out. You're supposed to put it on I think it goes on the quarter glass. And
Yeah.
I surprisingly enough, the person that hooked me up with that was Johnny Gable. That was Mr. K's,
No way.
yeah, Mr. K's
Secretary.
secretary.
Yeah.
So her and I talked a lot in her latter years because I was doing all these articles on Johnny. I did one on. I did an interview with Johnny, but then I was doing all these like things for interviews for Mr. K articles that I ghost wrote or wrote for magazines like Sport Z magazine and stuff.
Mhm.
So I had a lot of content, and then her and I were kind of talking, and of course she had the Datsun. She was a huge Datsun car. She was a huge person that was pushing the Datsun Car Museum that was in
Mhm.
California for a short time before it closed. So
Mhm.
she hooked me up with like these just random Z stickers. She goes, "What kind of car do you have?" And I told her that. So she gave me two stickers, and one is for my red car,
Okay.
and I was gonna put the other one on low fats, but I pulled it from low fats, and I want you to have it.
Man,
Yeah.
thank you. This is so cool. So it's a piece of history, Nissan history. We
Yeah, but
will
I
build
think
it,
you
is
should
what
put
it
it on the
says.
car. I think it would be.
Oh yeah,
You
for
can put it in
sure.
you can put it in a cabinet or reproduce it or whatever. But I just think it was like it'd be cool if somebody could reproduce them. But that is legit old school. Like you can't find another one of those. Put it up to the camera again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So again, it's a reverse because it goes on the inside of the car,
Yeah, and
but
it's the we will build it, and this was like when it was coming out.
just
So
coming
when
out.
the first productions once come out, those were stickers are available at the dealers, and they were only a limited run of them. So it was
Wow.
super nerdy sticker. So yeah, put
Thank you,
that back in
man.
the bag and
Yeah.
don't let it
It's a
touch
nice bag.
oxygen.
It's a nice bag, by the way. It's kind
Yeah,
of
it
like
hides all your drugs. Wait,
what is that?
I didn't mean to say that.
Ah, God, did I say that out loud?
Oh!
I
All
got no
right,
inner monologue.
there's
Yeah.
one last one, and
Okay.
this one will probably be potentially emotional. All right, it should be
Dude,
emotional.
if the first two weren't emotional, shoot, what's that? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the thing is, I've got like troves and troves of like historic and like super nerdy stuff from all these years of like
Uh,
writing and just and some people just give me cool stuff.
You're
Like
giving
Steve Yeager gave me a bunch of cool stuff when he retired from Nissan,
you're
and
giving out some really nice stuff. You're not dying, are you?
I might. I don't know.
Shut up. Just
It's
sorry.
weird. I
Sorry.
did give
I
away
went dark. I went dark. Sorry.
at the club Christmas party. I did give away a lot of like rare stuff too. As well. I don't know. Maybe I am
Ah,
dying. I don't
man.
know. Anyway, so pull this last one out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it here. It's a picture frame. Whoa. What? I know who I'm looking at here.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna
flip
flip
it.
it around. Mr.
So
K.
it's a picture of Mr. K, right? No, it's a famous picture. But the thing about that, if you don't need to open it up if you want, but that actually is from Johnny Gable. So this was the actual picture that was in her office for a short time because there's a number of pictures that he had to use for when they were at Nissan North America in
Executive
California.
photo.
Exactly, the executive photo. This one was actually in the office on the wall that she looked at day in day out for like years until they changed the picture out for something else. He had a it was funny because we talked about this years ago. There was another picture of him in a cowboy hat, but
Yeah.
the executives didn't like that he because he loved that cowboy hat. He couldn't wear that one, so they had to keep going to these like black and white photos that were like because there's other press photos, and
Well,
I have
yeah.
laminates. So what's crazy is when I was doing this Mr. K, um, this huge Mr. K article for the for I forgot who I was doing it for at the time. I think it was Sport Z magazine or Nissan magazine.
Hmm.
When I was doing it, she just gave me tons of stuff, like his whole biography that was like Nissan press stuff back in the day that she only kept copies of it. And she has a
Yeah.
huge amount of this stuff. Anyway, so she sent me a bunch of glossy stuff that was actually stuff that she was like, "You can have it." So
Wow.
she sent me like 7 or 8 photos, and I have those.
Hmm.
And but this one was the one that she goes, "I had to look at that picture every day in front of my office." It was literally right in front of me for the longest time, and that's it. It's legitimately a picture from all those
You
years
know,
that was at Nissan North America in California,
I'm gonna put
Long
this.
Beach.
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna do the same thing though. Where I have my desk, I'm gonna put it right here in front of my laptop, and this
And nobody
for the
else
same
has that.
reasons.
I can guarantee nobody else will have that. So
Wow, man.
yeah,
Holy
that's it. Yeah,
dude, that is so cool.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty
Thank
cool.
you.
She was like super cool to hook me up with a lot of that. And what's funny is when I called her back, I was like, "Hey, I'm done with all the content. Let me send it back to you." And she was like, "You know what, Miles? Just keep it." Yeah, it was about the time when like ZCon San
Can,
Diego was coming around. So
can,
yeah.
can, can I tell you something too about Mr. K that I thought was so cool? About
Mhm.
sorry, it's a little known fact. Again, this is the nerd part. It's a little known fact about Mr. K that I think is so um it was such a big thing, and you got to think about the time that it was being done and what he did. And again, I really think that this goes underlooked. Not everybody knows this, but
Mhm.
Katayama, Mr. K, the K, Katayama,
Mhm.
is not his real last name.
I thought you were gonna come up with this story. I thought you were gonna talk about this, and
No, yeah.
yeah, I have a packet that's about that thick that goes into his biography, everything from his
His
military service,
biography,
and he
yes,
talked about when he met his wife. But I'll let you tell
yes.
the story. Go ahead.
So his wife was, I want to say, the
Go
his
ahead.
wife's father, his wife's family had no living heirs, no sons. It was just
Mhm.
daughters. And I guess for his father-in-law, he wanted the name to continue on. And I could be wrong though, but I want to say that on Mr. K's side, maybe that wasn't the case. Mr. Miss Yutaka at the
Uh,
time,
Ion said it. No living male heir, and he's right.
no living male heir. Yeah.
Correct. And I need to bring that packet with you so you can read through
Yes.
it because
It's
it's
amazing.
pretty eye opening because there's a
He
bunch of like cool things about it. But
he changed his last name for his wife's sake to continue
as
his
a
wife's
as
family's legacy.
correct
How
as an honor,
selfless.
yeah, as a
Yeah.
sense of honor. You it
It's
was
amazing.
funny because when Johnny gave me this stuff and I was like, this all really happened. She's like, yeah. She goes, there's tons of stuff in there, like all these like great like there's like all these little funny things about Mr. K. Like you don't realize how much of a car salesman and like a no quit attitude the guy had until you actually get into those stories and like the people that actually were around him during
Yeah.
those time periods. And it's a limited few now, but I mean she had some great stories. That was one of my favorite stories from
Yes.
him. The
So
fact,
amazing.
yeah, she goes, it was stupid like how we are all like you, and she goes, you people, she goes, how you people are all with the Z's. He was also into like trucks,
Mhm.
cowboy hats, and kites. The
Kites.
man, kites. He was stupid for kites. He loved them, and
Yes.
it's just funny, like just all these like little crazy things. And I can nerd out on some of that stuff. And there's
So
other people that knew him a lot better than I
yeah,
did, but just some
think
of the
about
stories she shared with me was pretty cool. So
think about it too, man. If it had he not changed his name, there wouldn't be Mr. K. It would be Mr. And I'm just gonna tease you on this one, Mr. A. He would have been Mr. A,
yeah, it
not
is
Mr.
Mr. A.
K.
Yeah, and we'll leave it at
So
that.
interesting.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
that maybe in the
That's
upcoming.
another episode. We should probably talk about that one day. Yeah.
Apparently we woke up Ion because now he's nerding out with us, and he goes, "No living male heirs on his wife's side." He
Yep.
goes, "Let me see here." He goes, "Huge into kites." I forgot about the baseball. Ion's right. He was a
Baseball.
huge baseball dude. Don't forget about the baseball. He's right. He was a huge baseball fanatic. I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
Hmm.
and it's funny. Um, and me and Ion share this nerd thing. They came out with, and you can look on eBay, but they're rare when they come around. But there's a baseball that came out around the time when the Z32 was coming out, and it was a promo thing, and they have Mr. K's signature on the baseball. I have one, God
Wow.
knows where. Ion has one in a case in his house, but that's yeah, it's crazy. When I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, I've got that. It's just, I don't know. I thought it was super cool. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Dude,
man, I'm
thank
glad you
you. Thank
I'm
you so
glad you
much.
no, it's cool, dude. I'm glad you dig them. So it's just oh, I can't take this stuff with me. What?
But
So
neither yeah, I don't know if I can either, but yes, the, man, thank you. I don't want to get morbid, man, but yeah, this is means a lot. The Spurs means a lot. The sticker, dude, it's
can I,
everything, man.
yeah, I
Thank you
know,
so
and
much.
I'm gonna cherish this.
Yeah, so now I feel like a yeah, now I feel like an ass for
Well, don't feel like so much of an ass because I owed you one gag a gift because I knew you were gonna come at me swinging, right?
Yes.
So, I've had this picture in back of me for this, this show, of course,
Hmm.
right? And
Yes.
then, of course, this is one of my favorite photos of you.
It is.
Um,
It's
I took the liberty to
uh,
create this for you in the
uh,
form of a bed blanket.
shut up. What?
So yeah, I had this reproduced as a large size, as a king size bed blanket.
Okay.
And I didn't. I thought it was going to be ready before the show, but it literally is on its way to your home.
Is that what you meant earlier? 'Cause so early before the show started, you asked me, "Hey, has anything goofy or anything obscure or awkward come to your house in the last 24 hours?" And I'm like, "No, not at all." Is this what you meant?
Yes. So
Oh,
I was waiting for this to show up to your house. But this is your gag gift. So you
the Burt
can.
Reynolds face
Mhm,
on a lion skin or what is it, bear skin
it's
rug?
a bearskin rug. Yeah,
Bear. Oh
it's a
man,
bearskin rug.
classic. You
And
know
so
what?
that's you and on a
Mm-hmm.
bearskin rug. It's beautiful. I feel like I went above and beyond this year.
You did. I think you
Um,
won it though, dude. You won the gift exchange for
I
this year.
did. I did.
Bask in it. You know what? I bow. I bow low
You
for
should
this one,
bow.
dude. Yeah.
I'm amazing. But you and
Thank
I,
you.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you and I owe also a huge thank you. Of course, we're giving out thanks. I want to give a shout out to, of course, Ion, who's now alive, who just woke up and joined the show, who's
Mhm.
also somebody that works the show with us a lot, who
Yes. Thank
adds a
you,
lot
Ion.
of benefit to the show. We haven't forgotten about you. We'll make sure we come up with a nice gag gift for our buddy Ion, who does a lot of analytical work for us,
Yes, he
fact
does.
checking for us, and he gives us a lot of um,
Tech.
content out there as well. And he is the unsung hero of the Nissan Nerd podcast, who we absolutely love, aka Ion Onion
Yeah.
Dasgupta. We love you very much, buddy. And I just want to make sure that we give you a shout out here
Much
for
love
the
to you, Ion.
2023, buddy. And
By the way, he asked me where am I going to put this blanket? Is there a strategic? I'm actually going to put it on the couch. It's going to be one of those things when you have like a Netflix and chill. I'm going to put it on the couch. That's going to be my movie blanket for sure going forward.
I'm picturing,
Yeah.
you know what though? Well, the funny thing about it is, imagine those people wherever the company is, because
Yes.
usually they're looking for like little, pictures. It was funny. All the advertisements were like pictures of like children holding their snuggie for their blanket, and there were all these like family loving things. And then here I am with this like bomb, and you know that these people just are like dying laughing
Losing
for
it.
this, losing it for this blanket to be made. So it's gonna be hilarious. So
I will take a picture of it when it arrives, and we'll put it on the Instagram.
I think we
We'll put it
should.
on the Instagram
That's
post.
awesome.
That way, the world knows that I did receive it, and it is hilarious
Ooh,
for sure.
Edgar with the Jeff Goldblum. I think I know which one he's talking about. I like
Ooh.
it. Good idea. A whole
Maybe I'll have to.
series. Well, we're gonna redecorate your whole house with inappropriate
Well,
Mike photos.
it's pretty much needed. You know what? At this point, I'm game. Let's have some fun with it, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.